The much-awaited television adaptation of David Roberts' best-selling novel, Shantaram, is finally here. It's a story about an escaped Australian convict on the run looking for redemption in 1980s Bombay. Sons of Anarchy star Charlie Hunnam returns to TV with his series as Lynn Ford. Watch this.
It took me a long time. Some hard lessons to learn what I know about chasing redemption. I was a wanted man with a price on my head. But for now, I was free. I was on the run with no home and no country. Bombay was a place.
And he is joining us along with his co-star Shubham Saraf to give us some insights. There they both are on the series. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good to have you both here. As you've both pointed out, it's very early. We're your first interview of the morning. Welcome. I hope you got coffeeed up. Charlie, I want to start with you. You are bringing the journey of Shantaram to screen. Directors and producers had tried to do this before. They had dropped the project. Tell us about the daunting task of bringing this much-loved and long book to television.
Yeah, I mean, the length, I think, was one of the things that made it so difficult for the prior iteration to get there.
Almost 1,000 pages, right?
Yeah, it's 980-some pages, and Johnny Depp had the rights and was going to play Lynn Ford with Warner Brothers, but they spent many, many years trying to adapt it into a feature film of 2 hours, and, you know, I read the novel, and coming from long-form storytelling and television, just seemed like a no-brainer to me that the way to do it would be to tackle it over 30 or 40 hours as a television show.
Shubham, tell us about your role. You're a street-smart guide, and I love the scene, the interaction between the two of you when you tell him, like, 3 no's is no, and,
yeah.
and 2 no's is yes.
Yeah, no, it was just I had the time of my life. It was a joy to play. It was great. I read the book when I was 15.
Wow.
On a flight next to my dad to Mumbai, and I had the most fun reading this character, so to play him was just a joy.
Look at it too. I love watching people watch themselves interact on the screen. What are you both smiling about in this scene?
I don't know.
I'm just wondering why I shaved my beard for this role. I look like such a dork without a beard.
Oh, man, you look like a regular Joe.
Lynn's character is a complex one. In this scene, he finds himself in India. He's on this journey, this spiritual awakening. He's also getting pulled deeper into the realms of organized crime. What answers is he looking to find?
You know, Greg, in the novel of Shantaram, tasks himself with some pretty big questions. I mean, you know, it's a very exciting, visceral adventure. It's a guy on the run. He falls madly in love. He gets involved in organized crime. He gets involved in, you know, in spiritual pursuit of edification. But within all of that, you know, it's really about what is the meaning of life, how do we bring forth our highest intention for ourselves, and, you know, what is the nature of God within that. So we're asking some pretty big questions, you know, and I think that they are really what Lynn is searching for, you know. He's looking for identity and some meaning in his life.
Shubham, you said you read this book when you were 15, and now you're starring in the television adaptation of it. First of all, is it what you imagine the book to look like? People who love a book don't always love it on the screen.
Very much so. I remember that the scene I think that you guys just had when Lynn comes off the bus was sort of like a weird fever dream for me, because it was exactly what I imagined while reading the book, and then to be embodying it and having like a bus. And we were shooting in Bangkok, but it felt so Bombay, like this sort of Bombay bus come in, this guy come down, and like hundreds of hawkers screaming in Hindi around me. And I was just like trying to avoid the camera and not get hit by like motorbikes and taxis on this Bangkok street. Was, yeah, mad. It was exactly what I imagined. It was insane.
That's a real compliment.
Yeah.
For people who love the book, they will be...
No.
They'll be able to connect with the show.
Chris Kennedy, the production designer, turned Bangkok
job.
into Bombay in the most amazing ways.
Listen, we did the best. We did our version of it. You know, you commit to taking the time to read a 1,000-page novel, you make it your own.
Yeah.
So we had to take that same latitude and, you know, make this our own. So it might not be your version of it, but I hope you can see what, you know, there'll be some enjoyment in you know, in the decisions we made.
It's great to talk to two people who have loved the written version of it, who can see the characters, feel the characters, and are part of bringing it to the screen. Great to have you both here.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Feeling nice and awake now after being with us here on Your Morning.
Yeah, right on.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.